Yes, I skipped it forward. Tomorrow in the air. Tomorrow, people, where is your past? Tomorrow, people, how long will you last? Tell me now. Tomorrow, people, where is your past? Hitting them high notes, baby. Tomorrow, people, how long will you last? Tell me now. You ain't gonna last long. You don't realize what's true. Good morning, people. I want to talk about aliens today. Please, can we talk about crop circles? I went to sleep. What did I go to sleep to? I went to sleep to Earth Files, Linda Moulton Howe, crop circles, and free energy. Ooh, we gotta talk about that, yeah. Tomorrow, say you're gone. Let me bring YouTube in first. If there is no love in your heart, there ain't never gonna be hope for you or your little crusty children. Tomorrow, people, where is your past? Is with not alone, people. How long will you last? Never. Tomorrow, people, I hope you last. Tomorrow. Good morning. All right, let me get YouTube. How y'all doing today? You don't know your past, you won't know your future. You don't know your past, you don't know Native Americans talked about crop circles. You don't know your past, you won't know your future. They'll play you with media. You don't stop taking them drugs, the medical industry gonna keep playing you. Every problem we have is in our mirror, people. Every single problem. No, I don't want to talk about the cuckoo virus today. I do not. I don't. Don't make me. I don't want to. I want to talk about crop circles. You know what? Something got revealed to me last night. Listen to Linda Moulton Howe talking about how the crop circles, one of them mimicked a free energy device, and some engineer made a magnetic motor something. And well, I guess he did one in the real world, and he did one in the computer model, and one of the crop circles, this one right here, actually created a little free energy device, or free energy-ish. Knowing all energy is free. You don't have no criminal banning you from actually using it. Good morning, everybody. Bring comments in. Woo! I don't want to talk about the cuckoo virus. I mean, like modern medicine owns your media and your government. They do. I don't want to like, it's just weird to me. Like, all of our problems are in our mirror. If you're a drug addict, you're buying their product and you work for them, what do you think they're gonna do with the money? They're gonna buy advertisement. They're gonna buy your daily broadcast. And who was the Nazi? Somebody post a link. What was the Nazi's name? Strobel or something, who said, all you gotta do to make a lie the truth is just make it repetitive. So every damn day, what you watching? It doesn't matter how bad the lie is. All they got to do is do it every day. Update. And after a while, all you see is a right fighting a left. Your government trying to figure out who shut down fast enough. The other didn't shut down fast enough, and you believing that there's an enemy out there trying to get you. We saw this before. We saw this during the Gulf Storm. Y'all remember the Gulf Storm? We had the daily war room. Nobody questioned if war was a good idea. Everybody just trying to figure out who's winning. That's all you got to do is just repeat it every day. And after a while, you're like, yep, Latuda is a good thing to take. I think this makes it. I've been watching this Latuda stuff. They can't stop playing it. I'm sorry, as long as y'all play it, I got to refute it. I got to make sure my subconscious ain't taking that in for truth. The same way you do these people watching these daily updates about the cuckoo virus and how you did with the war room. Every day, I actually listened to the side effects last night. Do you know they take it for depression, but the side effect is depression? Did anybody? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Your subconscious already took in the fact that, you know what, the person takes it and they're happy and playing with the children, going through the park, and your subconscious already says Latuda is a good idea. So you're going to take Latuda. I don't take cuckoo virus, and I damn sure ain't taking Gulf War. So I want to talk about the crop circles today, if we can. I had no idea. What is the engineer's name? I think we should have stopped with narcissistic world sociopathic conflict with crop circles. The minute we found out, because it was two people in, what was it, England? They said, oh, we did the crop circles. I'm like, dude, you 60 years old. Were you you here 200 years ago with the Native Americans making crop circles? You mean tell me 200 years ago you was over there in Australia and America making crop circles? Like, come on. And besides the obvious fact that the scientists did the study on the crop, all right, they know there's a difference between breaking crops with a board and string and them bending over from heat. All right, they laid down. Some of them was broken. Then the other ones, the ones the monkey did was broken. The ones that something else did, they just laid down. And the seeds genetics change, right? And they know that that only came from ionic radiation or heat. All these big words that I don't really understand, but I like to throw out there because they just big words. And anytime scientists prove that, yep, there's crazy crop circles that two men made and other people made over here, and maybe other Native Americans made against the Native American crops, but there's some that don't make no damn sense, right? And you link that up with that damn UFO that's flying around and your government's gun cameras, something ain't right, something is up. So anyway, no, we should have stopped. We should have stopped with global narcissistic we're alone conflict a long time ago. Besides, I make crop circles every day. I make them too. Every day I make them. I make them every single day. And the bacteria don't know what the hell is happening. You know, a footprint is a crop circle because the bacteria can't see you. They can't see your shoe. All they know is they're eating and all of a sudden something made a formation. Like, what the hell? I don't know what crop circles are. So don't ask me. I just know that we should have stopped with global conflict when it was obvious that something was sending messages to us. It could be aliens on another planet, could be force and light. Maybe they're flying around here. Maybe it's inner earthers. I have no damn idea. All I know is we ain't alone. We need to stop acting like we're alone. We need to stop dividing up against each other and fighting over things that do not matter. Don't matter at all, at all. We need to stop with commercial. We need to stop with briefings that are designed to be commercials. No, wait, did I say that? I said that wrong, didn't I? Wait a minute. We got to stop with commercials that look like they're briefings. They're just selling you something. That's all. They're selling you something and I ain't buying. I'll buy crop circles all damn day. I'll buy aliens and mermaids and Bigfoots. I'll buy that all damn day. But you ain't gonna convince me to be scared of something I can't see. In fact, something I can see, you know, you're always trying to create a terrorist. That's what it is. They're always trying to come up with fear porn. Fear porn. What do y'all think about crop circles? That's what I want to know. Let me change the music. Because I went to sleep and I didn't know that there were crop circles that mimicked a free energy device and an engineer made it. What was his name? Hang on. What was his name? I'm gonna show you the free energy device if you want to see it. He made a free energy device out of the crop circle. And then you had that crop circle where they responded to us. The Voyager. Well, that is the Voyager, right? The Voyager that went out there, we sent it out in space 60 years ago, and all of a sudden, 40, you know, it went silent, and 40 years later, the damn thing turned back on. Somebody out there turned the damn thing back on. It's out there. It takes, what does it take, like 13 hours by light speed for us to contact this thing? Its engine shut off, and 40 years later, magically now the engines work. I don't know. And it might be science too. I don't know where crop circles come from. It could be science. Right? It could be gravimetric forces from inside the planet because the I guess the patterns mimic the what you can do with magnets and gravity. You've got the what is that thing on the top of Saturn? On the top, is it Saturn? The one that's got that hexadecimal pattern, right? Just because you create patterns based in shapes that come out of nature. So it's possible that came out from out the earth and water and force and gravity things, but we still don't understand it. We still don't, if gravity is sending shapes in our crops, which is the weird part, that's the problem with that theory. If the theory that magnetic forces inside the earth are making crops grow better, then how, you know, it's only through the seeds that they replant and they grow better than the corn from the previous year, the ones that had the real crop circles, not the crop circles, not the fake ones by the two dudes in England. Then why does it only appear in crops? Why does it appear in crops? How come it doesn't appear in the forest? How come it doesn't appear, you know, it only appears in places where our food is? That's the interesting part to me. Like something knows that we'll be paying attention where our food is. We're not gonna go look at a bunch of trees bend over in the forest. I don't know. It's almost like it's a message. If somebody's messing with your food, then you're paying attention. Speaking of food, Speaking of food, I'm so sick of y'all. I'm about to tell you right now why I'm sick of y'all. Why? Because I was eating my almonds yesterday. People didn't understand my message. Weird things happen to me, you know. In the India update, the brother came by. He brought me some almonds and a fig. Yeah, it was not a fig. It was a date. Almond and a fig and a date yesterday. And I ate the date. I ate half the date. And I ate one almond and I posted it because I'm just like, y'all crazy. You're scared of bacteria and people and old people in their fingers and bacteria's on your fingers. Y'all need to just stop. And yeah, come to find out. Right. Yeah, the brother wanted a hug. What was I supposed to do? Dude, 94 years old. He wants a hug. I'm like, you know what? You bring me almonds and you brought me something sweet. You know, all right, you want a hug? All right, yeah, we brothers, man. We all cousins. Y'all know me. Old people, you want a hug, you got your hug, you know. He got his mask on, so we're good to go. Gave the brother a hug. And he gave me a pat on the backside. My alarm went off. I have no problem with how anybody is, but I didn't know what to think. I was kind of sitting there for a minute like, what just happened? Because, you know, I was talking with one of the sisters on the thread, and it wasn't just a pat. It wasn't like a basketball pat. You know, we play basketball and, you know, play football. And, you know, good time, good play, pat, hit you on the back. No, this was more of a grip. It was more of a grip and a pat. Maybe it was like a grab or something. I gave him a hug. Who's that? Arlene, I did, but he ain't getting no more out of me. No, because he bringing me candy. I started seeing the pictures of that free candy truck. Y'all know the free candy van. The van used to come through. I'm like, wait a minute, this man bringing me almonds. I think it's funny. I'm posting it on Facebook, but this man got another agenda. He brought me dates, but maybe he wants a date. Remember I told you the other day where it looked like he was gesturing at the house and sleep, like asking me if somebody would sleep in the house? I don't think that's what he meant. I think he wanted to go in the house and not get sleep. That's what I think. And I'm so sick of y'all people like, oh, well, he could be a pedophile or something. Well, he's just probably gay or something. I don't know, but if you walking on the street, walking to people's yards, just giving them hugs and bringing them candy and almonds and patting them on the butt and wanting to go sleep in the house, something ain't right. And I'm so sick of y'all. That's why I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of y'all because what y'all done did to LGBTQ. That's why. This is why we need free sovereignty, let people live the way they need to, right? Because if you go for 94 years and you can't express yourself, what you gonna do? Well, most of us would probably commit suicide, but I'm glad this man got his faculties together enough that all he doing is walking down the street, giving people almonds and and dates. And good thing he picked a grown man, because you ain't getting away with you ain't gonna pat that again. Nope. Now, the first pat is free. Second pat gonna cost you. I don't care, you're 94 years old. We don't get down like that. But that made me think. Because I grew up in the church. And I grew up to believe that this is a sin against God. Until I realized that no, everything God made is perfect. Every last LBT, GTQ, and all of them, in the straights. Everybody made perfect in God's image. Perfect. Why? Because it's probably to teach us something. And we won't let them be free. And because they're not free, we not free. Think about it like this. What if I put you in another dimension? Straight people, just listen up for a minute. Just listen for a minute. What if I put you in gay dimension? Like, because we in straight dimension now. Well, we not in straight dimension, but we in some time where the straight people are right and everybody else is wrong, which is stupid. But what if we put you in a dimension on a planet where the gay, the LBGT and Q ran everything? What if you were straight and you were forced to live gay for 80 years, 94 years of your life? What would you do? Would you make it? That's why I'm sick of y'all today. I'm sick of y'all. Because y'all won't let people need free. I was thinking about that. I was like, damn. I have never put myself inside the LGBT and Q's feet and their shoes. And I put them shoes on when I was talking to somebody on the thread. I was like, damn, I was kind of joking on this post. But we some evil people. Man, we some foul jokers. We are foul because environment forms people. And you force somebody, just think about that. They live you to live that. They force you through society to live that way. Or they shun you, they string you up to the back of cars, or they give you HIV viruses and AIDS viruses. A genocide. And that was a total genocide. Man, we are jacked up bunch. But I love the system. I tell you what, I love the system. I do, because in order for us to be free, we got to free everybody, right? In order for sovereignty to come back, we got to all act like we're sovereign. If we want to be free, we got to treat everybody else like they're free. You got to let them live their lives. You got free will. And that's why I think the model was perfect. The model's perfect with free will. Like, oh, yeah, who was that? Rebecca and I were talking this morning, too. We were talking about, what did I say? Donald Trump, something about Donald Trump. So people probably like, Donald Trump is your boy. I'm like, no, I don't believe in presidents. I don't believe in leaders. But no, I hope he is the last United States Incorporated president. I really do. I hope he is. I pray that the 45th president is the last United States Incorporated president. And I hope that he bankrupts your country. I really do, because it's not a country, it's a corporation. Because this gets back to what we were talking about, freedom. Like, I want to be free. I ain't never lived free. I've lived under the United States Incorporated since the beginning, and it's just a corporation. So no, I hope it collapses. I hope they bankrupt and they just shut this thing down. Because by default, like Rebecca and I was talking this morning, by default, what happens if the United States Incorporation fails? What if it goes bankrupt? By default, you get a republic again. It means you're an American again. It means you have an American republic again. It means you got 50 countries and they agree what they do want to do and don't do. It means Washington, D.C. gets closed up. You get that land back to Maryland, Delaware, and Virginia. And it means the whole world is free. So I agree with Earth. I am 100,000% on Earth's side. I hope he bankrupts your corporation that's designed to look like a country that's just eviscerating the world with violence. I hope he does. And then by default, like I was talking to Rebecca about, you get sovereign nation states again, right? And once you have sovereign nation states, it's a step back to freedom. It's not freedom, because a state can enslave a man and a woman and an LGBTQ and whatever your straight preferences are and your religions. A state can enslave you as easy as a nation can. The nation just a large conglomerate like a nation that's owned by international billionaires and trillionaire families. You break their chains and we're freer is the point. But like Rebecca said, we won't be free at that point. We have to keep pushing that default back and leave them alone. Leave them alone. Like, if we can continue to isolate different communities we need to free and just keep pushing it back till the human is free, then great things happen at that point. Humans are sovereign. Biological creatures are sovereign. Countries, systems, corporations, none of that crap is sovereign. So you unchain the human being from these international billionaires and psychopathic trillionaire families. We got to be, the only way we got to be free is you got to get everybody on board. And the only way you get everybody on board, you stop judging everybody. Start judging yourself. Stop judging everybody else and judge yourself. Look in that mirror, solve problems right there. Anyway, come on. Good morning, everybody. I want to talk about crop circles. Let me bring comments up. I want to talk about crop circles. I do. I think somebody's sending us a message. I think they're letting us know. I don't think they can interface with us because they know that interface, if they just do the Spock thing, what was it, First Contact, when they just come back and land, say, hey, we're the aliens, we got out the ship, it ain't gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work. I think this is where I think NASA and the Brookings report is right. If that alien mothership, come on now, listen. Most people like watching the daily virus commercial updates, update briefing advertising. Most people watch that. They're scared to hell. They're scared of it. They literally are going to the pharmaceutical industry to solve their problems right now. They're going to the people who enslaved them and poison everything. Come on, what do you think gonna happen in an alien ship lands? Oh, the Brookings report was right. I agree with him. The one that said if they go to the moon and come back, they can't bring no artifacts to let you know the aliens know these people can't deal with viruses. These people have issue and challenges with bacteria and viruses as a part of their ecosystem and their biology, and they're like begging a billionaire who wants to depopulate Africa and the rest of the world to save them. Come on, what aliens gonna do? Bill Gates ain't alien. I don't think so. He got some issues, but all right, I'm sorry. I just want to talk about click here's on what y'all's theories are. I think that's more important than everything else on the mainstream media. Us releasing this narcissistic, sociopathic idea that we are alone in an ecosystem. You're not alone in the ecosystem. Nope, bacteria, viruses, and aliens gotta live there with you. But they could be interdimensional creatures. They could be interdimensional. It just could be, you know, another way I make crop circles every day. With this, right here's my crop circle device. I put it right here on my laptop, and after a while I drink, I'm a little clumsy, and I spill the coffee, it goes down the side, gets on the bottom, and I put it right there, bacteria eating on my laptop, and all of a sudden they see the shape of the bottom of the coffee cup like, oh, what the hell? Bacteria start talking, are we alone? Is something else here? We can't see the brown monkey, but I think something else is here. And that could be a crop circle. This could be another dimension. Somebody put the coffee cup down. I don't know. Ooh, yes, Enoch, the universal language is mathematics, right? The universal language, that's what they say. And so I find it interesting that the engineers are like looking at these, let me show you something. They're looking at these crop circles and they're like, oh my goodness. They're saying like this one right here, is this the one that's called, well, it's the flower of life, but it looks like the Julius, what's the name of that thing? Enoch, you a smart dude. The Julius circle, or what is that called? The Julius something. Hang on. It's a mathematical equation. You can look it up on Wikipedia. The Julius something. But the scientists, the research crime. You know what I want, Enoch? I want them to make it a crime. An international human rights crime to create a crop circle. I think that you should get lifelong prison and a jail cell with Bubba if you make a crop circle. So that way, scientists can study these. Because you know why? If this is the Julius circle thingy, the mathematics equation thing, I need to know. I think the human race needs to know if something is sending that. And how are we going to know if you got some morons out there in the field because they can get on the news with a board and some string making crop circles? I need to know what's true and fake. I need scientists in that field right now. And I need them to look at it in the wintertime, see if the ice forms differently on it. They need to examine the seeds. We need to know. The Julius circle, is that called the Julius ellipse? No, damn it, Beaufont, not the orange Julius ellipse. Oh, that's delicious. Oh my God, I ain't had a orange Julius in a minute. Woo, boy, orange Julius is delicious. We used to make them at home, Beaufont. We used to make them at home, but you'll get the cuckoo virus if you drink orange Julius because it's too much sugar. You get the cuckoo virus, your immune system won't work. All right, advanced mathematics, geometry, symmetry. I know, Jonathan, all the big words. Let me show you this. All this stuff, here go right here. Here go. This is the thing that he made. He made this. He made a little free energy-ish device off of the crop circle. And he made, what is the name? His name is, somebody look him up. Umberto Baudo. He made it. He made it off of the crop circle. So somebody's sending us a message we need to know. And we won't know if because what they said, and I don't believe it. They say most crop circles are man-made and just a very few are unexplained. I'm not sure I believe that. I don't know if I believe, because there ain't nobody out there studying that out in no field. Ain't nobody going out no hot field studying every damn crop circle. They come up with statistics, but I want to make it a crime. And I want people scientifically to study. If they are sending us geometry and here go another one, and magnetism and the ability to make energy, like there's just a subtle way to communicate with us to let us know, hey, listen, monkeys. I know people don't like that when I say that, but I'm sorry. Science, I like science and I like religion, scriptures, and they said that y'all came from the dust of the earth and they forged you and what was his name, Inky? And found a cute little monkey that came from Lemuria. Oh my God. I remember the days back when I thought Lemuria wasn't even a real continent. I didn't realize it was science behind that. All this stuff blows me. We don't know nothing, people. We don't know nothing. We ain't got time to fight with nobody over no damn oil. Why are crop circles always in the UK? No, they're not, Ivana. They're all over the world. They're in America. The Native Americans see them, but most of them are in the UK. I mean, I don't study crop circles, Ivana. I find them to be interesting and fascinating, things that we don't know, things that we know that daily briefings are just means of getting people to believe things that are true that aren't true. Because if you repeat them like the Nazis did, they will become true. And that was the Third Reich and we are the Fourth Reich. I like to look things that ain't true. And somebody said somewhere that they're mostly in the UK because of Stonehenge. Right. That it has something to do with Stonehenge. Maybe whoever helped them make Stonehenge. I don't know. I find that to be interesting. Okay, but I don't think them two dudes from the UK were here 200 years, 300, 400, no 500 years. And if they were here that long ago, they are aliens. So still aliens are making crop circles. All right. Or many just sit back and watch our stupidity. I think that is it, Enoch. I think they sit back and they watch us because we're entertaining. I think we are. I think we are a universal entertainment. We might even be a multi-dimensional entertainment system. And they just watch, y'all, look what the monkeys doing now. Yeah, they 98% monkey, but they can't seem to figure out that all their conflicts are based in the fact that somebody's trying to control them. Hey, let's just send them a schematic for free energy. It's like us going to the jungle and finding some monkeys and giving them a flashlight. You know what? I bet you somebody did that, Enoch. I guarantee you. One of these missionaries, something was over there and they gave the monkey the flashlight, see what the monkey do with it. And unfortunately, the monkey probably do with what we do with free energy circles and geometric shapes and crop circles. We find a way to beat each other over the head with it. I bet that monkey took the flashlight. He ain't hit the switch to turn it on. He just took that flashlight, found somebody, didn't share a banana with him, and beat him over the head with it. The same way we do it if aliens are real, if the truth is out there, and if we are alone. That's not aliens, it is aliens. Aliens make it, they didn't make it. And everybody get to argue about things that they have no idea about. No damn idea. I don't tell anybody aliens are real. I don't tell nobody aliens made the crop circles. I say that something is here that don't make no damn sense. We need science to focus on the thing that don't make no damn sense because it's not on the mainstream media, which means it is something important to the human race. Yes, so beautiful. And so many books written about it. Now we don't see it anymore. Yeah, well, no, they're still doing crop circles, Christine. They just barely make the news. It's unimportant. Although there was one in the UK that what happened? They did a crop circle in the UK and they reported it and they sent the military helicopters out there. Did y'all see that? I got the video. I got part of the video. Like, why the hell would they scramble attack helicopters for a crop circle? You got two dudes out there to get drunk making crop circles. Well, I think that they probably know the ones that did them two dudes is making, because they got the satellites, they can see everything, and they see two guys out in the field making them. And they realize that, oh, wait a minute, oh, there's a crop circle. No, we ain't got that on satellite footage. And they scrambled helicopters out there. I think there are a lot of good signs. There are a lot of good signs that will tell you that you're not alone, but I don't think they'll land and tell you because that'll cause mass chaos. Anybody land to get out the UFO, that's your US government. That's the British government. That's because they only did that to school children. I think it was once or twice, didn't they? Was that somewhere in the UK the aliens landed for the school children? Like, hey, we're here. And the kids started running towards the UFO and the aliens got back in and took the hell off like, oh no, they about to eat us. I don't know, they came from the big ones. They flew away. Then the Men in Black showed up. Does anyone familiar with that case? The Men in Black showed up and the schoolmaster. They called it the schoolmaster, not the principal. That's how I know it's the UK, because they got the schoolmasters. Over here, we got principals. The schoolmaster threatened the teachers and the kids to not say anything because the Men in Black threatened them. That's how you know when there's something to something. It's something when the Men in Black show up. When nobody show up, then it's just Space Force. And the other one was Russia, right? That's the one where the UFO landed and they talked to the children and then flew away or something like that on the playground. They'll land and talk to children. I don't think aliens stupid enough to land and talk to us. No, nope. I love aliens, I do. But I love the whole what the hell is going on conversation. But I'm not sure I'm ready for them to land. I joke about, hey, listen, take me with you. I don't really know. Alien land, that might be something that I need to reconsider whether or not I want to see that. I don't know who's getting out. And I know my luck. Shoot, I got people up here giving me almonds and dates, trying to get a date, grab my butt. Bad things happen to me at band camp, so I'm not sure I want the aliens land. The aliens land here, and I'm the one looking at it, and they get out that damn UFOs. They probably gonna look like chickens. They probably gonna be the chicken aliens. They gonna get out, and they know I've been eating chicken my whole damn life till I became a vegetarian. And they get out there, they're like, bark, 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 bark. I don't know. I think we need to reconsider eating meat. I think we do, because if the aliens get out and they look like the alien on What's that alien? The alien that looks like the elephant. And they find out what we did to elephants. We in trouble. Aliens come back, they look like the whales. They see what we did, we in trouble. They come back, look like the dolphin, we in trouble. They come back looking like praying mantis. We see. I think whatever aliens are, if they come back, we not gonna do too well. We don't even do too well with each other. We still bomb children, people. We still bomb our own children for oil, and the aliens are giving us free energy devices and geometry to tell us to stop. I think if the aliens come back and they were another reptilians or something that evolved here and they left and they came back, let's go back and check on our cousins, the cows. Boy, if aliens come back and look like some cows and y'all got fast food restaurants. Boy, they better not come back to the US. Boy, they come back to the US, they just gonna burn up the whole thing. They probably gonna flood the whole earth. Anyway, they use their laser beams to make the crop circles. You know what, Norman, it could be. I was kind of thinking, like, what if crop circles aren't aliens, though? Like, what if it's just Space Force and maybe they're whistleblowers using some sort of magnegravitic force device that makes those patterns? I guess that's possible, too. Anything's possible. All I know is we don't know and we need to know. That's what I know. That's why I say, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like full disclosure, I'll be honest with you. I'm on the fence about this alien ship, this UFO ship in the gun camera. I'm on the fence. I know that I tell y'all Space Force. I be lying. I lie sometimes. I don't know what it is. I think I mostly think it might be aliens. I like to say it's Space Force because I want to get them in trouble. That's why. We need to get them in trouble because we know they got free energy. That's why. They got free energy and it doesn't have to be the UFO. We could have free energy with hydro dams if we wanted to. Okay? I need the government to be in trouble. But full disclosure, I don't know if it's Space Force or aliens, and I kind of probably think it's more aliens, but I like to say it's Space Force more. That gets my alien friends upset. But I don't really care right now because we need no more secrets in government. We need an open source world, absolutely. Kim Jackson, I hope it's not graffiti. Can you imagine that? If it's just graffiti, aliens just come and just spray paint on Earth. Like, you know, we're going to give them the plans for free energy, but just don't put the last dot. There you go. Could be. They just painting pictures like, nah, you can't give them free energy. They probably blow themselves up with it. Just give them free-ish energy. Just give me enough to make a device that makes all the tabby cats on the planet 600 pounds. I can't wait for that apocalypse. I think that would be a fun apocalypse. The humans turn to aliens or the tabby cats turn to cougars. We ain't gonna last 24 hours. The original Orange Julius had egg in it. Did it, Miss Tree? I never put egg in my Orange Julius. I never did. That's nasty. Although I used to do that as a kid, Miss Tree, when I wanted to be Rocky and the Eye of the Tiger. I wanted to beat everybody up because I grew up at a time where they did not have anti-bullying rules. They had none of them. Oh, they just let the bullies run free. The bullies ran free, and the wolves, their dogs, they ran free at 6 o'clock too. So I saw Rocky, and I saw Rocky break that egg, and he put it in the cup and drank it. It was Rocky, right? Because he had to fight the Russians. He had to fight Ivan Drago. I used to do it as a kid too. Boy, I took that egg and the egg and the chips and the pieces of the shell all fell in the drink and everything. It's like, oh, I can't do what Rocky did. But I get the egg shells out and I drink them because I wanted to be big and strong and beat up the bullies. But the good thing is one of my friends was a bully. So he usually took care of the big ones for me and I took care of the rest of them. Except for we're not gonna tell that story. Let me stop. Let me stop. I'm not gonna tell you the time I got beat up by a girl. I ain't gonna tell that story again. I already told that story. Listen, there's some aggressive little girls out there, aggressive women, and they're highly motivated. Okay, you catch them on the wrong day, they show you what they know. I caught one on the wrong day. I think it was his girlfriend at the time, my best friend. Oh man. He taught her how to box. She knew how to box. I didn't know how to box. I knew how to wrestle and flip her, but she was highly motivated. She was a matriarch born on a patriarchal planet and a patriarchal model at the time. It's like the, The NW, anyone that watched the women, what is the women's basketball? Women's basketball versus men's basketball. You ever watch that? Like men's basketball? I don't watch it because it's not interesting to me. I don't know. It's just me. I play basketball, but I don't watch it. I have no interest in it. It's just like, they don't like they really mean it. They kind of just shooting jump shots and, Pose. They're not making noises or nothing. You watch it's the WNBA. I watch the every now and then. If I watch the Coliseum, it'll be something that's interesting. Yeah, the WNBA. Who's that? Kai Free Mama. Watch the WNBA. You tell me if them women don't mean it. Oh, it's aggressive. All them women is aggressive. They ain't there to play. They ain't there to prove something. Because we live in a silly world to think that men's basketball is better. Oh, it's grunts and fighting and elbowing. Oh, they put pressure. You can see it in their face. They're not like showboating and stuff. Like, they're playing ball. They play street ball, not professional ball. Professional ball is not interesting to me. Street ball is interesting to me. So anyway, but we're not gonna go down that list. Let me see. Messages designed to teach and enlighten. I think that might be true, Jonathan. I think they might be sending us messages, trying to wake us up. I think they might want us to join them in an interdimensional, intergalactic, whatever it is. But we just can't seem to get there because we can't stop fighting with other people because we got different skin color and religion and born in different countries. You know, dumb stuff. And I think we're slaves to this planet, Jonathan. I don't think they'll let us get out of here until we lead a monkey stuff in our past, right? Conflicts over dumb stuff. Will he still run free, Dillip? Okay, I didn't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess they do, but not as free range as they used to be when we grew up. No, every kid growing up need to know how to box, karate, run, and climb a tree. And most kids now, they don't do that. They play on their game. I don't think the bullies as bad as they used to be. I think they're still out there. I think the bullies shifted, didn't they? Like, they'll use social media, and they're more psychological bullies that do stuff here and there and get away with it. Dillip, I grew up, they used to beat people up right there in the hallway in front of the teacher. I had a friend that beat up a teacher. The bullies, I still remember his name, but his sister is my Facebook friend, so I'm not going to say the name. He knocked one of her teeth out. Oh, it was crazy. It was crazy. We had our bullies meant it back. Our bullies back then was like the WNBA now. They meant it. They got out on the field. They meant it. Nowadays, the bullies be bullies between playing video games or something. I don't think they're as bad as they used to be. The location is no incident. Something like 90% of them appear in Wiltshire, where Stonehenge, Avebury, Silbury Hill, and other ancient sites are. Well, Jonathan, that would make sense. If they came and they helped people and they left and they came back, then they would do crop circles close to where their people was that they had helped, looking for them. That's what I heard. And that, to me, that makes some kind of sense. I don't think we should be in world conflicts if the aliens are coming back and they're looking for their friends. Especially if we killed their friends and colonized them and stole their land, consumed them. Because the time we were here during Stonehenge, Britain was full of a bunch of different tribes, right? They all did it with the bones in their nose and the clubs and stuff, beating women over the head, dragging them in the cave, the copper lake and whatever. You know, so they weren't nice people, but the people that colonized them was a hell of a lot less nicer. The king was a monster. I don't know why we still got a feudal model. They come back looking for them like Star Trek. What was it when they came back for the whales? Because the whales were their friends. They used to talk to the whales. And they came back and we killed off all the whales. Boy, you better make sure the aliens ain't got an attitude. They come back, they find out we destroyed the whole damn ecosystem with the United States Incorporated. Well, I sure hope he collapses this corporation. I sure hope he bankrupts it. I hope they keep fighting in Washington till they just collapse this whole thing and default us back to a republic. Then we can be free. All right. Give us free. Give us free. Us free. All right, maps and directions for high-speed craft coming in from space. Maps and directions for high. Oh, you know what, Jack? And if it is that, they're not telling us. If it's that, and our lords and leaders figured that out, that's crazy. You know what? It would be sick if these were messages from other civilizations or dimensions of people in the planet or whatever, and the only one who could read them were like Space Force. Or British Space Force or China Space Force. That would really suck. I think we're trapped in this false reality, Jack. I think they hide everything from us in the mainstream media news, and they get us focused on bananas where we could have something beautiful if we grew up and just said, nah, we're not gonna let y'all hide anything. We need an open source world. We need an open source in every way, in every way. That's all I do is I try to find topics and just tie it back to the fact that we gotta learn what it is to be human again, because we've forgotten. Oh, yep, Kim Jackson are called fractal patterns. Yeah, there's beautiful crop circles out there. You could just go and look and just see how intricate they are. Beautiful patterns. They're real and fake ones. The real ancient ones are made in solid stone. Ooh, made by landing ships. Oh, Enoch, I haven't seen those. I have to take a look for that. I haven't seen that. But I would imagine in the past there probably were real and fake ones, just like there are now. You know, and if we're I think to a degree, Enoch, the crop circles might be like the pyramids, right? It might be like the wonders of the world, the things that just make us wonder, right? And I think there's some of us who are developing conscious enough to realize that, wow, that like we got these, what is it, five senses for conflict, for eating, food, and survival, but there's five senses, and then there's a sixth beyond that. There's a whole world that we don't understand of what we are and what each other are and what might be out there. And we see these things and it makes us wonder. There's nothing more beautiful, I think, than curiosity. People who know it all, the most dangerous people on the planet. People who know the virus is coming to get you. People who know that the China is bad. People who know that the Russia is bad. People who know that the America is bad. Those people are special. Special. Wonder is like curiosity can save this planet. People who know it all, I can't do nothing with them. I can't do nothing with them. I was talking to Sister Lily yesterday. Once again, she's a new live streamer. Y'all should follow her. I appreciate everybody stepping up to the plate to get your profiles deleted and banned on social media. I was talking to her the other day. She was like, well, you know, kind of like, what do I do? You know, any tips or whatever getting started? I give everybody the same tips. You want to be a live streamer. Nobody wants to watch anybody that's fake. But no, that's not true. Everybody wants to watch people that's fake. All you got to do is pick a team. Pick a team. Be a Democrat, Republican, be a proud British, proud American, proud China, proud Korean. Be a proud indoctrination, something that one of the wealthy people makes popular on all the billionaires' TV, and you will be famous and popular. You don't join a team, you never will be, but it's good. You're not supposed to be. You aren't supposed to lead anything. Ain't nobody supposed to follow you. My advice to her would just be yourself. Just turn on the camera. That's all you got to do. Anybody else who's listening, who's thinking about live streaming, you should just turn on the camera, right? We need to know what's in your mind. We need to know what you think. But you know, my two pieces of advice: just turn on the camera, be yourself. Because if you don't be yourself, then you're working. And who wants more work? I don't want more work. I got literally thousands of plants to put in the ground. I love that work. This is interesting, but it's not like fun. It's interesting. It keeps my sanity, but I'm just being me. I'm being me. I'm being, you know, my only me. And people who like that stick around. People who don't like that, they'll go find somebody else that they're more gravitating with. But if you're being fake, if you're not being you, if people are telling you, oh, you know, tell jokes and do flips, run and get a bone every now and then you're being fake. You know, you got to be you and tell us what you think from your inside, and let people critique that. You know, it's a little weird because you're putting your real world out here on the internet. And you got real people that's going to try to beat you down. They're going to try to, you know, psychoanalyze you, do whatever. But we all need to converse more, right? We all need to commune more. It's like iron sharpens iron. We need to do all that more. And the other thing, my other piece of advice to anybody who wants to live stream is be wrong. Go out there and be wrong. Like, tell everybody what you think, but don't tell it from a position of ego where you think you know. Just tell everybody what you think. And when you're wrong, hey, you know what? Damn it, I was wrong. And keep moving. And I think people learn to trust that after a while. That's my advice there. But everybody should have a live stream. Not everybody wants to. I get that. But everybody should just take 5 minutes every now and then. Because it's important for the world to know what you think. You know? But yeah, humility. We gotta operate on this planet in every way. From positions of we don't know the truth and just being humble. Anyway, yeah, Kentucky Fried Mama. Ooh, can you imagine if the chicken aliens came back and they landed in front of a KFC and everybody was sitting out there eating the four-piece meal dinner? Oh boy, they just rack-tack-dack-tack everybody. Just hit everybody with lasers. But But it's important. Well said, G. Thank you, Enoch. I try to say things for how I see them. We need brothers like you who obviously read way too many books. Way too many. I love Enoch to death, but boy, I tell you what, that's a deep brother. Oh my goodness, he reads way. He reminds me of Tony Smith too, and I think y'all got some beef at this moment in time. Not everybody just wants to get on camera. I get that, but if not, post your reality, post what you think, and so we can read through it. Like that's how we discover where we're wrong, and that's the only really way that I know I've been wrong my whole life, being raised in the church. Right? Is finally get to a point where I can see people who I was told was the enemy or were sinning against God. And I got to know those people. And in public, I mean, I work for somebody and I'm talking about the gay community. I work for a man who was gay, and I like him. He's on my Facebook. He ended up being my manager, and he had to hide who he was. I told that story before. And after a while, I realized who he was because when we traveled. And I was just like, man, I don't care. Like, I get that this is my religion. They tell me that this is what God tells me to believe, blah, 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 blah. But I don't really care. Like, you're my manager, but you're also my friend. Like, you in front of me, like, I get in front of the rest of the monkeys, you got to hide, but don't hide in front of me because I'm not going to judge you, even though I was lost in a faith at the time. It's like, okay, this is a sin against God, but also I ain't supposed to judge you. So even for anybody who's still locked into that, you need to read those two scriptures and understand that. If it says that it's a sin against God and you believe that to be true, that particular scripture, okay, but you can't judge the person. What does that mean? It means you still got to treat them like everybody else. You got to give them free will, and you got to respect them and love them, treat them like they're gods, no matter what you believe, right? That's a scripture, and you believe that scripture in the next one, then you put the two together, and you still got to love them like their family, right? You got to leave them alone. But once I really got to see like what they really deal with, and I never seen what they really deal with. I haven't. But when I see like the genocide, right? When you look at HIV and AIDS, when you look at, you got to live a lie your entire life for somebody you're not, right? Men who just have that want to wear pumps. Like there's all different types of people. Here you go. There's a whole different spectrum of people on this planet. I think it's a 7 billion different spectrum of people. And what's wrong with a man wearing some pumps? He could be what you call straight, but he just wants to wear pumps. He wants to go outside, wear a dress, put some pumps on in a wig, and walk around. I got a friend that does that. He's straight as the day is long. Why is that my business? He just thinks that look nice. Maybe he likes to wear perfume. Maybe that smells better. I think there's a whole bunch of different type of people on this planet. And if you don't give them a voice, if you don't give them a means of showing who they are, then people will keep judging them. But the problem with the human beings is that when we see other people and we realize that they've been through something that they shouldn't have been through, and we could have just as easily been them, then we want to change the model. Right? And that's what I'm all about. That's why I'm not on anybody's team. We have to change this world. We have to free everybody. We have to free everybody. And that only happens when you can actually see them and listen to them. It's like that doctor. What's the doctor's name? It's so many of them. It's so many of them. And I think 10 people probably sent me her video. She was at some rally and she stood up. She called herself a medical professional and she began to tell on her industry. I probably posted her video if they haven't deleted it. Somebody said that now they're going to Facebook jail for showing her video and her turning against the medical industry and what's happening right now. Being exposed to more and more things that you don't understand, people you don't know, realities that other people are professional in that are telling you that we need to correct question. Oh man, we can go some amazing places. Anyway, different levels of magnetism in the earth, different spots in the UK. Ooh, the UK may be a better spot for energy devices to create the circle. Could be, Susan, could be. You mean like human technology or alien technology? And it could be that is why Stonehenge is there. Right? They say Stonehenge is bigger than what we can see. They say Stonehenge, when it's done, it's like 50 acres. that there were more circles from within. There's just so much we don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't think we are so lost when it comes to science, religion, truth, energy, science, water. We're so lost in all these fields. We really don't have time to be in conflict with anybody. And we don't have time to kill anybody for resources or land when we have no idea what that person knows. The ley lines, Jonathan, right? Something to that. Ty's right about this. Nobody really cares. Nobody cares, John, and they never did. They're made to care. He nailed it when he said that. Do y'all know what he's talking about when he said that? That the television tells you to care. Anything that you hear over and over and over becomes fact in your subconscious, then you believe it. Nobody cares who's gay or not. You were born not caring. As a child, do you care? No, you don't care. Why do you care? I don't care. I don't care where you put your finger, let alone your penis. Nobody cares what you do with your butt or your ear. That's your business. But the television makes you care. Sick people make you care. Repetition makes you care at a subconscious level. Nobody cares about this stuff till they make you care. It's like the repetitive commercial that they say is a briefing. They play that advertisement over and over and over and over to make people care. And so now some of the smartest, most intelligent people I know are hiding inside their house, scared of being outside. They're scared of their neighbors. They're scared of their mother. They're scared of their kids. And it's crazy. It's crazy. They make you care about things that nobody should care about. I love brother Tony. No beefs. We're all one love. Oh, okay, good to hear that, Enoch. I'm glad to hear that. That's awesome. Some are better in writing. Yeah, this is true, Christine. Some are better in writing. Just whatever your thing is, put your thing out there. Whatever it is, whatever your truth is, speak your truth and be willing to go to social media prison for it. But we need to know what's true. We don't become a better people of 7 billion people all over the planet unless we do that. Oh, Beaufont, I hope you're wrong. He said the crop circles are international gang signs. Boy, we in big trouble, Beaufont, if there's gangs out there. Oh, if it's gangs in the intergalactic community, we in big trouble because we a gang that's fighting amongst us. We can't figure out how to not keep killing each other over stupid stuff. Boy, if it's a gang that's out there all together and they put marks on this planet because it belonged to them, boy, when they get done fighting the other gangs, what the hell they gonna do to us? We can't stop fighting each other. Stonehenge, not built by men, maybe interfered. I don't know, Christine. I'm not sure. I don't know. Cause I think Stonehenge was it wasn't as complex as some of the other things like Göbekli Tepe and the other sites. I think Stonehenge was probably built by man, but had some assistance, perhaps. Landing strips. Landing strips that some can be seen only from space. You mean like the geoglyphs? There's a lot of free energy that surrounds our mother that they will protect, but our creator is moving things along just as supposed to. I do believe that too, Enoch. I think that the planet's probably being protected. I think we're given a time to evolve and get rid of our psychopathy. Perhaps. Read a license plate from space. Right, Jack, that's what I'm saying. There's no secrets. I try to tell people that. Like, there's no secrets. They got satellites that they can tell you the shoes that you're wearing, right? They see it all, but they don't show it to you. And that's the interesting part about satellites, Jack, is that literally from space, you can see pennies and nickels. Read license plates. You mean to tell me that they send satellites to other planets and the best they can get is a blurry picture and they only show the public, what is it, 100, something like 100 feet per square pixel? No, they're just hiding something from you. Nobody makes $8 billion satellites and send them up in space and puts a Polaroid camera on it to send back blurry pictures. That means they don't want to show you what's out there. I think that maybe crop circles are all out on all the other planets. Maybe Beaufont's right. Maybe they're just markings. Maybe the international gangs are marking the planet like this is ours. This belongs to us. How about the Nazca lines? Are they from a crop circle energy something? The thing is cutting off. Oh, crop circle engraved into the earth. Let me see. Nazca lines. You know what? There's so many unpopular truths I have to look at. I think you're talking about the massive geoglyphs, but Oh yeah. These right here. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all what I'm looking at. Well, she's talking about the Nazca lines. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, I can show you probably this one. Those are the great big drawings, right, that they found all over the planet, all over the world. Well, they were most in South America, and then they found. Did y'all see that one they found in Australia? And that was like the two dudes in the UK. The one in Australia, that one was not real. That was no, it was not real. That's why I think that all this stuff has to be made public, because you got people who fake stuff. The guy in the Australian one, that one was not real at all. That was a guy with a tractor. But these were real, and they've been there for over 1,000 years, right? Why would you make such a big, massive shape for anything other than to communicate with something that's flying above? But you know what, Ivan, you know what I like to do? I like to question my own self. Like, I want to say it's aliens, and that probably is. But there are some other theories, right? They found a fabric in South America that had the tensile, the amount of thread that it takes to actually make a hot air balloon, right? And it was significant. Now, I think this was like a piece of cloth that somebody made for a dress, but there's no real reason to have something you could use for a hot air balloon. To take that amount of time to thread something that could hold hot air makes no sense to make for clothing. That some of the ancient vehicles that were flying, the Vimanas, were actually hot air balloons and men. So it is very possible that yeah, well, we know that there were groups of people back then that were intercontinental, and some of them could have had hot air balloons, right? But you know, like we like to default. I love to default to aliens. Don't get me wrong. UFOs and Vimanas that are flying on consciousness or crystals or free energy or whatever. But you know, what are the odds that we were the first biped species on this planet that made hot air balloons? Probably none. So it could be some of these were made by those. Maybe the kings flew over in hot air balloons. I know the alien people get mad at me. I say stuff like that. But I like to look at things from all sides. Why? Because if you're ever talking to somebody, you know, when you like look at something, and it's something that's largely going to be unpopular, and you're going to have a lot of people who are going to be refuting you and wanting to debate you, the best thing to do is to look at it from all angles. Like, don't go into a topic trying to convince yourself that your preconceived idea is already true, right? Like, it's a little bit impossible to do that on every level. But when your mind says, wait a minute, I got a doubt, explore that doubt. Dig into that doubt. You know, find someone who's in opposition to that doubt, right? Or find someone who goes along with that doubt. And what it'll do, it'll allow you to have a discussion from all angles. Like, nobody can hit you across the face with like, yeah, you know, they found hot air balloon fabric in South America. Well, you've already thought through that thought pattern. And either put doubts in your mind, or you can handle their objection, one or the other. For me, it just always lands me in the space of I just really don't know. You know, I have thoughts. I look at history. I look at, you know, power and money and economics and what makes the most sense. And, you know, what are the odds we're alone in the universe? It's pretty much zero. It's just non-existent. There are more Earth-like planets and grains of sand on all the beaches all over this planet, right? So there's no chance. There's no chance in hell we're the only intelligent species, that whatever God is made us and stopped, or the simulation created a programmer, whatever you, big bang, whatever you want to call it. There's no chance we're alone, you know. But by the same token, I say, well, this planet's been here for, what do they say, 5 billion years? What are the odds we're the first humans? Right? What are the odds that this planet sat here for 4 billion years? There ain't none of them aliens ever come by, look at Earth, and say, you know what, let's make something. And started playing with the praying mantis. What are the odds they came by Mars, right? When Mars had oceans and lakes, and they just kept on going. No, that doesn't happen. It's like a child at a playground. Child at a playground sees a place he can play. Like, you're in a park, you're walking, you want to go for a hike, your kids want to play. And it's like, nah, Dad, I'm a parent. This is where these stories come from. You get your kid to the park, you just want to go walking. They don't want to walk. They're walking, they see a jungle gym, they want to go play. Aliens that play with DNA and creators, and maybe they're toddlers in an alien species. They see Earth or Mars like, nah, it's got water, it's got bacteria and viruses, all the things to make for a strong, healthy species of an ecosystem. And they come by and they look for the craziest thing on the planet. Nah, I'm not gonna make life out of the sanest ones. Nah, because my parents are sane. We're part of the Orion galaxy species. That's boring. I'm not gonna make any of them. Let me find a creature on this planet that's swinging from trees and eating bananas and sniffing its anus. And I'm gonna give it 2% of my DNA just to see what happens, right? That's that kid want to go play on the monkey bars. My kids never wanted to go for hikes. They wanted to stop and play with the planets. They wanted to stop and play and make a new creature. That's why I like to talk about stuff like this, because you don't know. You don't know. But I don't think we're the first species on the planet, not intelligent species. I don't think we're the first in the universe. And even there, I mean, there's scriptures that support that too, don't there? Right? Like growing up in the church, the one thing that didn't make any damn sense was like, you know, God destroyed the planet by flood, and then God apologized, saying, all right, I'm not gonna do that again. Huh? Ooh. You know, you doing them dog things like, ooh. Man, I thought in the beginning, this was the beginning, and then you killed and killed him with the flood. What you mean you ain't never gonna do it again? How long you been on this planet, man? How long you been killing creatures with water on this planet? And then the Egyptians told you. The Egyptians told Solomon, said over a dozen times this planet's been destroyed by water and fire. Now, whether it's an asteroid that your alien guy dumps in a river into the ocean, causes massive tsunamis or fire. But right within the scripture, it tells you this ain't the first run. Even before when it made man. I have no idea why it made man. Just for fun. It was a science project. The angels were here, right? They said the angels were on the earth. And the angels, they messed it up. Right? They messed it up, and so God kicked them out, and then God, the toddler, made us. You know, so yeah, I think there's so much we don't know. Shiva, Ivana, I think Shiva was real. I think Shiva came here. People saw Shiva, and it was so important that it did phenomenal things that people had to write about and etch it in stone. And these are things I think that are important to think about. Shiva will destroy if it gets worse on the planet. Well, I think, Christine, whatever likes playing here, we're on the playground, whether it's Allah, God, Yeshua, whatever it is, Shiva, doesn't matter who it is. If this is its playground and it's coming back, yeah, we in trouble. Let me show you something else. We in trouble. We destroying their playground. We peeing and doodling and killing people all over their playground. Did you see the Voyager went out? Did y'all see the Voyager response one? The Voyager went out and we sent, what was it, Carl Sagan, who sent this message with it to communicate with the aliens, and we came up with this, and I gotta make it big, otherwise I can't even see it. I thought my eyes, at 29, my eyes ain't doing what they're supposed to do no more. Right there, boom. Like what basically, and this is what, who was it? Enoch was talking earlier about the universal languages, mathematics, and so they sent a message to the aliens in the Voyager message, and that's the number system at the top, and then basically that's the numbers labels, the atomic numbers. Here are the formulas for sugar and the basis for blah, 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 and this is us right here. See this monkey right there? And they were nice enough to not put genitals. Thank you, Carl Sagan. That's the height of the human and the population of the Earth and the solar system. And this is what the telescope looked like. And we sent that out in space and did every damn thing that the smartest man on the planet said y'all should never do. Stephen Hawking, he said, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Because you send the message out there that most of the aliens that run into it gonna be like, oh, okay, it's a monkey planet. Yep, and he was about to do 100 billion of them. I saw 100 billion of them last month. I do not want to see another. We just gonna keep on flying. But then you get the interest of the wrong one, the wrong gang, both on. The wrong gang get there, all like, oh yeah, oh, so they look like this. They ain't got no genitals. This is where they're from. That's the solar system. This is how they communicate. And this is how many of the population of them. Okay, so this is good. This is fun. All right, so all we got to do is destroy that so they can't communicate with each other. This is where they are right there. And there's only that many of them. I wonder if they delicious. What they taste like? 7 billion of them. They're about that height. Okay, we 7 foot tall. We 10 feet. We're the giants. We were there before. You know, so we can go ahead and kill all of them. That's what Stephen Hawking said. He said, don't send that Smith. Don't be stupid. Don't get the attention. When you a little fish in a big pond, you don't make no waves. You don't let nobody know where you at. You hide under your desk. And then there was a response, right? And this is why I think crop circles needs to be a science. There was a response. And then they created the crop circle, which is right there on the left, right here. And then there's a composite in the middle of both of them. And the air sea both is the one that they sent up for Carl Sagan's. But this was a response right here. And that's what that alien looked like, right? See what a human is? That's the alien right there. That's the alien. Like, see how big his head is? He's bigger, and then we little. And what I need to know? What the human race needs to know. If this is real. That's all we need to know. We need to know, is that what the alien looks like? Is this real? Did we get some scientists out to that field, start testing the crop, and see if the crop was bent over and broken by a board and string? Or did the scientists test the soil, the seed, replant the seed, and to make sure that this was done by something that we don't understand, not two stupid people in the UK trying to get attention? We need to know if that's real. That is a human right to know if that is real. The scientists on the planet all need to be having open source debates and discussions as to whether or not the alien head is that damn big. There's bigger problems. We there consequences and repercussions to being born in the ghetto, not knowing what Beaufont said, not knowing there's gangs everywhere. If it's gangs everywhere, we know we don't need to be fighting over water, sand, oil, energy, and nothing else. It means that we need to be sharing all the oil, all the water, all the land. We need to make sure all the kids are becoming Nikola Teslas and Einstein. They're working together, working out. We're creating consciousness. We're getting better at what we're doing. We're not debating if aliens are real or not real. We just understand that we are in a forest and we are not the wolves. We ain't the wolves. We're not the wolves. We might be a slug in the grand scheme of power and technology. The idea of giving all the power to a 0.01% that don't want to work, don't want to do a damn thing, just want to have banks and big corporations and make us do all the work. No, giving all them the technology is a bad idea. One, because it's psychopaths and pedophiles. Two, because if that gang ever show up, we'll be like the blood. You ever take you know how that saying goes, don't take a knife to a gunfight? Yeah, the aliens show up, and what Beaufont said, we get the gang mentality ones come to us, because the rest aren't interested in us, right? The highly evolved aliens, they just flying around like, nah, we can't be involved in that low vibe stuff. They down there, they eating each other. They taking almonds and dates and they're handing them to people working in the garden so they can try to grab their butt cheeks. They up to stuff that we ain't got no time for. They gonna keep flying. But you're gonna get the attention of something that's slightly evolved just beyond you. That was Stephen Hawking's warning. Work together, figure out what's going on in the world. Don't have no secrets, or you just waiting to die. When that thing comes back, they're gonna enslave you again. What did they say? What's the name of the race that came here and created the man, the slave species, the theory? From the Sumerian tablets, the guy that decoded the Sumerian tablets the first time, and everybody said, oh, he's fake news, and then he died, and then other research or other linguistics looked at and said, nah, he wasn't Zachariah Sitchin. They said, oh, he wasn't exactly right, but he wasn't wrong neither. What's the name of that? The Anunnaki. The Anunnaki. Boy, they come back. We might want to have a laser gun. We might want to have a plasma weapon. We might want to have some ships and bombs and weapons that work well against whatever we see flying in space and not so well against the Russians, right? Because at that point, we ain't going to be fighting Russians. The Russians ain't going to be fighting M1A1 tanks or M1A2, whatever they got. At that point, if they come back and decide, yeah, we ain't been to Earth in a minute. The Anunnaki, thank you, Ivana. Yeah, they come back like, yeah, we haven't been to Earth in a minute. Ooh, and their women are fun. Oh, the men fun too. And they taste like chicken. And they want to come back and enslave this planet again. If any of these things these ancient people said is right, and we worried about cuckoo viruses and getting the medical industry as much profit as they make, boy, we got people just high on the supply of the medical industry that they hate, that taking their rights, we in trouble. We in trouble. That was about my post this morning about the medical industry. Like, a lot of people are figuring out now what's going on. They're the ones who are silencing you on social media. They're the ones who buy the advertising that prevents you from saying what you got to say to help other people in your family that are sick and got debilitated immune systems and can't go outside. You're trying to help them through flu season and you can't. Why can't you? Because you got a medical industry that's a for-profit industry selling Latuda. They selling Latuda. They literally are getting you high on your own supply, and you don't get to speak on your own platforms because they make Facebook and Google and the rest of them ban anything that would reduce the sale of their products, right? Because why would they advertise on Facebook or Google if you got doctors telling people how to be healthy? No, they're not going to do it. They're just going to pull that billions in advertising or millions in advertising dollar, and then Facebook going to have a problem. So yeah, Facebook's going to stop you from posting things that make people healthy. Hell yeah, they're going to do that. It's their job to do that. Why? Because we get high on their supply. You want to top of the pharmaceutical industry. You upset with them? You don't want mandatory shots in your body and police state and all that stuff? All you got to do is stop buying their products. That's all you got to do. Stop being a junkie. Stop being an addict nation, right? Stop. Yeah, Latuda can help. If you're having depression, nature can help too. Nature can help. Cannabis can help. Going for a walk in the park can help. Getting out of the abusive relationship can help. Leaving your abusive, toxic environment for a job, that can help too, right? Those things truly help. Latuda, it'll tell you right there that one of the side effects is depression. Know what that tells you? It tells you that they're practicing. That's what it tells you. And we ain't got time for junkies. We don't have time making junkies out of citizens that are poor, that just hate your society because it's designed by patriarchs. We don't have time for that. When the alien gangs show up, we in trouble. That's right. They'll taste like chicken. Miners and slaves. There we go, Kai-Free Mama. If the Anunnaki come back, we're going to go back to being miners, slaves, sex slaves, chicken, or whatever they use us for the first time. And I think that's pretty stupid, dude. I don't want to risk it. That's it, Kai-Free Mama. Like, I don't know. I don't know if the story of the Anunnaki are true, but I know that I don't want to risk it if it being true, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can defend myself against a 94-year man that want to give me some almonds and a date and try to abuse me. I can defend myself against that. I don't know what I'm going to do with some aliens. Oh, man, I just tell him, go on. You're going home, man. Look, hey, all right, you got me the first time. You ain't going to get me again. You take your little nasty behind home. Yeah, I know it's gay people on the planet. Yeah, okay, you probably in India. You don't get to live the life that you free, but you in America now. And no, I'm not here to play with you. No, if we was playing basketball or football and you hit me in my butt, I just say, okay, yeah, you just don't want to come out the closet, and that's okay. And it's okay. But one day you should be allowed to. You know, I say that, people get upset when I say, like, yeah, that's who they are. Don't listen. When I played basketball, I hit nobody in their butt cheeks. I did not do that. I played football. I did not hit anybody. I got smacked in mine. You know what? Okay, I'm lying. I am lying. Okay, I'm lying. I did once in football. And when I first started JV football, you know, I don't know, he did something. I forgot who it was and what he did. It was good. And I said, yeah, this is what we supposed to do. I'm 14. Was I 14? I was 14 or 15. We supposed to hit each other in the butt when you do something good. And I hit him in the butt, and his butt jiggled because they had the butt pad and he didn't have it on that day. And I didn't feel right. It wasn't resounding with me. It's just not my thing. I hit him in the butt and I was like, we not doing this again. But then you got most of the players that still do it. Yeah, where they getting something out of it. Like I said, there's all different types of people on this planet. 7 billion different types, and I think they should be allowed to live their own free life and be them. That's what I think. I played basketball. People hit me in my butt. It's like, yeah, man, all right, yeah, I know I hit it. I know I did. Yes. 3 points. Yes, I nailed it. Yes. You need to let the world know who you are, because your girlfriend kind of fine. And I always wanted my chance, and I think I'm sorry. Hey, all different type of people. There are people, men straight as hell, but they like putting on eyeliner. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Women beautiful as the day is long, light wearing makeup, but don't like no men. All different types of people. And, you know, all different types of people. Just let people be people. Let them be people. But I could defend myself against that. We playing football, basketball, old man with some dates and almonds trying to give me something sweet so he can get a treat. I cannot defend myself against aliens. Aliens come down here and they think that Chris Lewis look pretty. Chris Lewis, shoot. In prison, it's hard to defend yourself probably against Bubba if he's your bunkmate. Aliens come down here, oh, you ain't defending nothing. Oh, you just gonna bend over, just whatever they want. You're gonna be whatever they need you to be, when they need you to be, how you need to be, and when they're done, they might eat you. All right? And I don't want that to happen to Chris Lewis. I love Chris Lewis. I love his live stream. He remind me of the preacher. I love it when he cussed me out and called me stupid. Just like I love it when Tony cussed me out and Ty cussed me out too. Thank goodness that Lily ain't figured out she can cuss people, and Melissa too. They so nice. They just do these live streams. And Lori, they just tell you about how they love you and be good and nice and everything, and they don't tell you nothing about cussing you out, you being stupid. All right. Anyway, I'm done with that. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. This is why I appreciate y'all. Let me talk about crop circles. That's all I wanted to do. Because I have to every now and then. It's the only way I stay out of social media jail. I got to talk about aliens and crop circles, something else, Bigfoot, mermaids. We got to talk about other things. We can't always talk about, because if you focus in on the cuckoo virus and you keep hitting Big Pharma, all they're going to do is throw you in Facebook jail. And Facebook obviously doesn't want to do that. I think Facebook is on your side. Facebook, you know what? Who sent me that this morning? I forgot who sent me a message about how I think she's a doctor, but she calls herself a medical professional, right? Like you can't post her video now because they'll throw you in Facebook jail, right? You could send it a message, but now she's saying she got thrown in Facebook jail for sharing it, right? And you know that they have the technology, but I was telling her, they have the technology where they actually can stop you from sharing it altogether. In many ways, these people we have insiders in all of these systems. In many ways, like they're trying to support their advertisers because they got to make money. But they're also in it with us. I think a lot of people in these organizations, they're in it with us. And they know they're in it with us. They could have stopped you from posting it. They didn't. They let you post it. Yeah, they took it down 24 hours, smacked you on the butt, threw you in Facebook jail. But guess what? They let you post it. You know they got the software to stop you from posting it. You know that, right? He's like, yeah, but I changed the name of the video. You know that does not matter. It literally does not matter. You know from... not because I'm an IT guy and I already know that we had this software 20 freaking years ago, and that which means that we probably had it 40 years ago, but YouTube does it. When you do a YouTube video, how do you think they get you for copyright? They don't, they say, oh, well, they got people watching me. No, they don't. They don't have no time for that. They do tracing on the audio, right? All you got to do is play about 30 minutes of a clip of somebody's song, and it gets fingered for copyright violation. They do the same thing with the video. The minute you post that lady's video telling people about Big Pharma, they could have stopped it from going up, but they don't. I like to read between the lines. I don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna tell you, I don't know what's going on. But everywhere I look, I see help everywhere. I see help everywhere. Yeah, it's not the help that we want. Yeah, I'd love it if they would let us post videos and let them stay up for permanently. But they let us send messages. They let them post for 24 hours and they just smack you in the butt and throw you in Facebook jail. And that's another thing. They don't have to do that. They can just delete your page. They're not doing that. That's why y'all don't see me doing the F Mark Zuckerberg and all of that stuff. I'm not. I just look at the system. I'm just like, the problem is the system, people. The problem is the system. The problem ain't the aliens. It's not the black people, the LGBT, nor Q, nor the straights, not the religions, it's not the Russians, the damn China. It's not the Chinamen. Not any of them. The problem is the system. Right? Facebook is going to operate from within the system. All right, they got to make money. They got people to pay with bellies and kids at home. All right, the same way you're going to do what you need to do to get out your house, because to provide for your family because they like food. People who work for Google and all the social media and the government, they're all going to do it the same way. The problem is the system. All right, look at the source, the Pentagon. Yeah, there's an agenda. There always is an agenda, Jonathan, like we were talking about the Pentagon video. Like I said, like my friends chime in, Brother Mark and the rest of them. I think even both are like, yeah, that's fake, man. That's fake. That's fake. And, and it's like someone, it might have been Mark, said, yeah, it's fake because what's the road that runs by the Pentagon? I used to ride that road every damn day. I-90, no, it's not I-95. It's a 295, the Beltway. No, it wasn't about 295, the BW Parkway that runs right by the Pentagon. Or I'm mixing that up with Fort Meade or the NSA home or NASA. I'm not sure. They're all right up in there. But he said you can tell it's a fake video because the Pentagon is here and I-95 is there and it's supposed to hit here. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm fine with that. It doesn't really matter. It didn't really change anything that it was a fake video of a missile hitting the Pentagon. It doesn't really matter. I think it shows people what they need to see. I think one, it's a graphic representation of more of what's happened that General Stubblebine and the military, people in the military say. And that's what people need to see. They need to see what it looks like wow, is this going to change my behavior, knowing that this happened from within inside my country, that it was an inside job, and we don't know what's true. And the people who hid what's true are still in power. So absolutely, I think that at the source of it, Jonathan Close, if that's what we're talking about, is, that video. It didn't really matter if it was photoshopped or real. If it were real, they could have deleted the video the minute it came out. And it probably did. You probably had a whistleblower who released it, and the minute it came out, boop, they deleted it. And then you know what I would do if I were the Pentagon? You know what I would do if I worked in the Pentagon and I had kids at home to feed and I had a mortgage and the payments needed to be going on a BMW? You know what I would do? I would put up the video tracing for if somebody released it, it got deleted, and then right away, I would upload a fake video. I'd upload that video. I would. So people would fight over whether it's real, the video is real or fake, not if the event and the report was real or fake. I would do it because it would work like a charm. You'd have everybody fighting over whether or not it's real or fake, and nobody saying, well, wait a minute, 5 million people died since 9/11 and 3,000 people that day. So, yeah, I'm just in the school of camp that they didn't tell us what was true. They didn't tell us what was true. I grew up in the outskirts of Washington, D.C. areas, cameras damn everywhere. That's how I know, they know who killed Seth Rich. There ain't no crime in D.C. happens that they don't know about. They see it all. And that's just with the cameras that are at every damn intersection and the ones you can't see. Not to mention what brother Jack talking about from the satellites. That they see it all. They know it all. They see it all and they know it all. The only crimes that you can commit are the ones they let you get away with. The only videos you upload are the ones they let you upload. Right. So I guess I like to read between the lines. Think about what makes the most sense. And it doesn't matter if the video is fake or real. We know enough to know that we can't continue with this world the way that it is. We need to make a change. We need to be that change, and that change is in the mirror. Federal banks, money itself, control people's life experience. It does, Dillip. That's the source of slavery. That's the source. That's why I do go back to capital. I go back to free energy and capital. As long as capital exists, you're going to have slavery because its model is based in slavery. There is no system where you can have money. There's no system where you can have currency because all it is, it's a barter item. It's a means of barter, but the people who are in control force you to barter in what they have the most of. And so they enslave everybody else. They control everybody else, and that's just slavery. Our only way out is freedom. Our only way out is sovereignty, is to let everybody be them and stop trying to control them. Otherwise, we are just little entities of what these billionaires and trillionaires are. Right. And people help them with their Skyring, mirrors, and cell phones. Yeah, well, everything's all controlled, Dylan. It's all controlled and it's all utilized to control people. All of it is. All right. What if their guns shoot a frequency that doesn't affect us? I'm going to move the comment over. Oh, wow. Yes, too big. What if their guns shoot a frequency that doesn't affect us? What if they are only now learning to land here, magnetically foreign? I'm not sure what you're saying there, Jack. Are you saying that what if aliens or what if their weaponry or something is slightly phased so it doesn't affect us? They're having some sort of war and we just don't know what's going on, that they're landing here, like with string theory, possibly they're phased and there are different types of aliens depending on the solar systems they came from, they're phased with different dimensions that we actually can't see them or their technology. I think all of that's possible, Jack. I think all of it is. I think we don't know nothing. We don't know anything. And we're happy to know nothing. And I think that's a problem. Hey, Lauren is in the house. Lauren Mayuki, I love your Instagram. Woo, I can't look at it all day though. Make me want to choke somebody. All right, Von Danigan. Used to study them, the UFO aerial landing strips, pretty interesting. Yeah, Eric Von Danigan, he wrote Enoch. I tell you, Enoch read them books, boy. He wrote Chariots of the Gods. Chariots of the Gods. Yes, absolutely. Chariots of the Gods. And I think he was close to it. Enoch, I think he was on it. I think that he made a very common sense connection between scripture and aliens. With he's the one I got it from. Ezekiel? Was it Ezekiel or Enoch? Not Enoch, but Enoch. When God landed in the UFO, and we know God doesn't use UFOs. Whatever God is, it does not need monkey-powered devices and ships. It landed. It didn't know Ezekiel's name. I appreciate Eric Von Danigan. I mean, it was deep. And I was like, I never thought about that. Why did God not know Ezekiel's name? Why did God have no idea who this man was? That wasn't God. Then what was it? Yep. Interesting things to think about, but that's only if your science is your religion is more of a scientific type thing. And that's what I'm saying. To me, religion and science are the same thing. I approach my spirituality from a scientific perspective. When I realize that something can't be true, then I update. I upgrade. Like I was saying, mentioning the people starting off live streaming. You know, just be yourself and be wrong. And let people see you be wrong. You know, if you have a religion or spirituality and something obviously proves that what you hold dear to be dear and true is not dear nor true, and you don't change, you're supposed to create a whole bunch of people that hate your religion. And you're supposed to create a whole bunch of people that call it false. Like we're either moving forward or we're not. And where I'm at for my mindset, from all my religious friends, my spiritual friends, my atheist friends, when you sync it all up, science and religion are merging. Science and religion are merging. But that's only if we're evolving. That's why I don't like to call it religion. I like to call it seeking truth. They're just those who are seeking what's true and those who are happy to be locked in what they thought was true 1,000 years ago or 200 years ago, whenever King James or whoever was alive. It's just keep going towards the truth. And the truth is that all the scriptures aren't about God. They're not. All the scriptures aren't about spirituality and consciousness. A lot of those scriptures are about aliens. It's just real talk. We're in a forest and there's just all different types of life out there. You know, I sociopathically was alone for a long time. I'm not anymore. I realize that there's just too much we don't know. All right. My mother divorced her father and became gay. My father's second wife became gay. After my father died, my only sibling, my sister, married, had children, divorced, and became gay. Well, you know what, Rebecca? I hope that that is true. I hope that they became gay, found their way, and went that way, and, you know, living a real unique life for them. But I suspect that that's not true, Rebecca. I mean, it is true that epigenetically we change over a lifetime, which is why I think it's very fitting. If you hate gay people in the latter half of your life, it's important that your genes flip and you become gay. So you know what you put other people through. But there are people who change over a lifetime, just like the reptiles, right? Frogs, they literally change their genetics. They don't just change. We know we don't need this vagina. We need testicles in this environment. And they change their sex sporadically. I suspect that they always probably were. And they were forced to live a lie by the culture and what was predominant at that time. Until we free people and we let people live free, conscious lives, becoming conscious creatures, we're gonna push them into those 27 warrior genes and make them nutty. People are supposed to become, trauma. That's the right word. Fried, mama. Oh, Kentucky Fried Mama. Is that what that means? Oh boy, the aliens come back. They look like chickens. You might want to change your screen name, girl. That's all I'm saying. It's trauma. You force people to live lives that aren't their own. Yeah, they're going to develop traumas. They're going to develop traumas. That's why, like I said, I get cussed out by the gay community every now and then. They should. They should. We created a world that made them harbor a lot of hate. You're supposed to get cussed out by the people in the ghetto every now and then. Yeah, you deserve it. I know I do. Get cussed out by the survivalists and people in trailer park. I do, and I deserve it. I'm a part of the environment. I'm a part of the system that denied them the ability to live free. They became survivors. They became perhaps violent. You see what I'm saying? Like, I know people don't like that topic, but these are real, true things. If we're going to be, uniquely human, then let's be uniquely human. But we got to respect other people for what they are. All right. They were probably bi all along. And that could be it too, Kim Jackson. We just don't know. We don't know. And I love kids enough, Kim Jackson, that I think that from birth, they should be able to go figure out who they are. They shouldn't have their parents tell them who they are. They shouldn't have religion tell them who they are. They shouldn't have any form of indoctrinations tell them who they are. I think you just let a child be and it'll become who it is. I believe in kids being born and they go to daycare and you just put all the toys out in front of them, right? Don't send the boys over to play with guns and army men and cars and then send the girls to go play with dolls and whatever. No, just put it all out there on the floor and let kids be kids. That's called freedom, right? It's like the Sadhguru teaching on children. That we don't own children. We just got here first. I tell you what, I don't care if my kids are gay. Why would I care? I don't care. The only thing I care about when I think about my children are, did I do anything that broke them? That's the only thing I care about. Like, nothing would destroy me more than if it turns out one of my kids was LGBTQ and they aren't living that life because I gave them and I allowed them to have a lie. And they go their whole life living a lie. Nothing else would break me down worse. Nothing. Nothing. So no, I don't care if they're LGBT nor Q. I'll take them to church. I really don't care what people think. And I go on and say something against my child. That's a bad idea. I tell you what, I'm a hippie. I'm a peace-loving hippie. I am all the time. And yes, my kids used to catch those spankings. Yes, they did. But I got one main purpose. And you know what? But my problem is, I tell you what, it doesn't just apply to my kids. I got issues when it comes to kids. I do. There's something about us. I don't like people harming children. I don't like people hurting children. And yeah, I'm a watch from a distance spanker. If you spanking children, I watch from a distance. And I know to a degree it probably is judgmental, but if I'm in the Walmart parking lot and you're spanking your kids, I ain't gonna say nothing because I seen that brat in aisle 7. He's beating on drums and got the flute out and beat me in the head with the saxophone. Nah, yeah, you supposed to spank him. I seen him in aisle 7. I know, but if you're going a little too far, I'm not a call to police person. I'm not a wait till somebody gets here person. I wasn't raised that way. And maybe my generation at 29, maybe we need to die off. Perhaps. But I'm not a just stand and watch it happen. If you're hurting children, it is my obligation. It is my requirement as an adult of the human species to make sure that you do to me before you do it to them. And that's just real talk. That's just real talk. I don't think I'm a man of peace. I'm all about peace, but I think at certain point in time, there's a time and place for everything. Let's say it that way. There's a time and place for everything, right? Because y'all know I'm not for the revolution. I'm not for the revolution. I may not have a choice, but I'm not for it. I don't think that anything changes. We were talking about that this morning with Courtney and somebody else. Some other post I made the other day about, it was the same post about we need a revelation, not a revolution, a revelation. I forgot who gave me that quote. It said, no, we need both. We need both is what people were saying. I was like, no, we don't need both because that's the same thing. It's what we always do. Nothing changes. We become, like Christine said the other day, we become what we fight. Why are we going to keep going back down the same road? We're like, just keep turning circles in conflict world. And the people who win the conflict, they won by force. And so they rule by force, which is no different than the psychopaths that are ruling now. So we might as well keep the psychopaths that are ruling now. So no, I'm not a man of violence, but there's a time and a place for everything. Time and place for everything. And when you have no other choice, when you got no other way to go, that revolution is going to happen. I can tell you this, Big Pharma ain't going to run my life. You can take that however you want. I believe we can peacefully just walk away and stop being drug addicts so we can have a real media, perhaps a real government till we get rid of the government thing. And we're all sentient enough that we don't need to be controlled. We don't need a nanny. There's a time and place for everything, and there is a time for force, right? There's never a place for violence, like the rules of force and violence, if I'm saying it right. There's never a place for violence. There's never a place for anybody to violate Rebecca or Sandy or Arlene or Kim or Christine. There's never a time for you to violate any of those people. There's never a time for you to tell them that they can't grow cannabis. There's never a time to tell that they can't make a poultice, that they can't go to a lake or a beach or do what they want. There's never a time for that. But there's a time for force. The force is that any of those people that I just listed were being abused. I got an obligation. I have an obligation because not only are we cousins, but we are all a part of the same energy. I can't let you abuse them, nor that I can let you cut me in my arm. Right? You hit Sister Sandra across the side of her face. You hit me across the side of my face. We are one. And we got to act like we're one, right? And that's why domestic violence occurs, because people look the other way. That's why rape occurs. We don't view each other as one. When it's obvious that the consequences for violence, for violation, not just at the government level, but at the local level, when it's obvious that the consequences will always come, only psychopaths will do it. Right? Anyway. So yeah, I had to put it at the government level because we agree with violence on their level. We still literally are asking people who believe in violence and war and dropping buildings on baby to help us with our health, to cure us, And to me, I think that's insanity. I think it's insanity to ask a psychopathic, violent group or model. Let's say everybody in government are good people. Let's say they're all humans. The system ain't. It still believes in violence, and so most people are voting for violence and dropping buildings on people to steal their resources, but they say they're against rape. They say they're against abuse and domestic violence, but they abuse on a global level, right? You either agree with violation or you don't. I don't agree with violation. I think we're all the same. I don't think you can cut off Jeannie's finger without cutting off my finger. I'm supposed to get a little upset. I don't think that you can throw Christ Henderson in the back of a police car like she's a dog. I don't believe you can do that without doing it to me. The minute we stand up for everybody, oh boy, amazing things gonna happen. We gotta evolve out of that monkey stuff. Y'all take care of the crops. Ivana, did you leave, Ivana? Y'all take care of the crops. The crop circle talk is over. No, it's not. No, it's not, Ivana. You should know me well enough to know. I keep circling everything back around. I keep circling it up because it's all related. It's all interconnected, right? If we don't let people be people, we ain't never gonna find out who's making the crop circles. We ain't never gonna find out. If they can keep us in conflict with each other, we ain't never gonna have an open source world. We'll never have sovereignty, which means that the 0.01% that owns all this gonna keep it all to themselves. All right, anyway, I love men. Ooh, I love men. Fine. But find some women extremely attractive too. Lagertha from the Vikings. Oh, Ken Lagertha. Get it, Kim Jackson. Ooh, we can talk about that. Oh, yes. Woo, Lagertha, not Lagertha. That's right. No, her name is Lagertha. Oh my goodness, Lagertha. Woo, Kim Jackson, I agree with you. There are attractive men. There are attractive men out there. That, what is his name? The Jason Omo. Jason Omo is a fine man. Oh, he is a fine man. He's a fine man. Pretty. He almost looked like a woman. So he's cheating though, because he got them eyes and that hair that's kind of feminine. But no, if he ever touched me, oh no. I called the police. Remember I said I fight? No, I'm about to call the police. That brother kind of big. That dude, that's a big dude. I'm not a little dude, but that's a big dude. I'm gonna need me a club or something. But I called the police. Mary says the time and place for everything. But he's a pretty man. He's a pretty man. But I don't like the smell of men. I don't like their pheromones. I don't like no hair. I don't like no stubbles. I don't want them chest out. I just not me. It's not me. It's not me. You know, the confusing thing, Kim Jackson, is the what they call them, the she-males and hermaphrodite. That's when I don't know what to do. when you can take a man, because they do this. Listen, I'm talking real. I'm sorry if it's bothering people. I'm gonna tell you really what I think, and that's how we get down. When you can go to Asia and take a man and make his skin soft as a woman, and you can give him booby things and booties and legs, put some high heels and perfume, smell like one, give him the pheromones of a woman. And that's cheating, by the way. Let y'all know that. You're cheating. If you wear perfume or cologne, you're cheating. You were hashtag fake news. You ain't no different than this daily briefing Congress, which is actually a commercial. You're just trying to use something and abuse me with it, all right? But that's a problem. Because when you can take a man and give him all the aspects of a woman that the man's supposed to like, then you're confusing the lines. You confusing the lines. And they doing that nowadays. People like, yeah, well, you know what, but that, I don't know. Ah, gosh, I'm in such uncharted territories right now. I should probably just pull up and just let it go. But Kim, you got me thinking about it. It's like, but maybe that's like, I don't know, like how you know what? I should just pull up, shouldn't I, Kim? I shouldn't even say anything. I got questions. I have questions I don't understand. That's why I got Ties, a friend, a few other people. Like I don't understand. Like, okay, here's an example, a question. I'm born a man, and I change into a woman. Like I don't understand. I guess I don't understand that. Like if I'm born a man, I'm a little arrogant. I'm proud to be a man. If I like men, then I like men. I'm not gonna try to be a woman to try to get men like me. Nah, I'm gonna be a man. You gonna like me how I am, damn it. Yes, testicles smell like that. That's what they supposed to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, are people switching genders because the chemicals in the food and water are jacking us up where they're flipping our DNA or something? Or is it because they don't have the pride to want to live how they are, and they don't feel they'll attract the opposite person because it's a cultural thing? You see what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not taking a position, so don't be reporting me on Facebook. I'm just asking questions because I don't understand that. Like, I love me. I love me exactly how I am. I joke about me all the damn time. Y'all know me. I joked about a guy slapping my butt yesterday. I don't take myself too seriously. I'm in the garden, yeah, I'm bringing my six-pack back and I'm cutting things up. But I done had a good Christmas and Thanksgiving, got some jigglies I got to work out. I love me for how I am, though. I don't care what nobody think. I don't care about what y'all, well, he kind of ugly, he kind of dark, he this, he got gray hair. I don't care what you think. I don't subscribe, I don't need, for other people to confirm, me loving me. I love me for how I am. I got flaws, and they're flaws to you. Ooh, let me say it that way. Yeah, I got flaws to you. I got flaws to your society, not flaws to me. I'm supposed to be jiggly in the Christmas time. Because cake is delicious. It's just, it's delicious. It'll get you the cuckoo flu. It's flu season, but it's delicious. No, I guess I don't understand that. It's like, kids, we're supposed to teach them to be proud of who they are. Like, are we failing in that area? Are people switching genders because they're not proud of how they are? Or is it because we got so many chemicals in their environment that they probably should have been a woman, but their body didn't go that way? How like heat can change the sex of a frog? Like, are things messed up? These things I don't know. And I want to know. You know why I want to know? I want to know because I think I should be talking about it. I think if we care about each other, we talk about the things that don't let each other live free. And yeah, I want to make jokes too. I mean, that's just me. I do want to make jokes because I think we're stupid. I think that as society, we're foolish. We are foolish. All right, anyway. Just question I ask myself often. Okay, Chris, what do you ask yourself often? Like, artificial intelligence is based off What standard of real intelligence? Well, that's because we're not making artificial intelligence, Chris. We talked about this a little while. We're not making we're too stupid. We don't let people live their free lives. We are not intelligent. We are not I don't even think we're ish. We aren't making artificial intelligence. Now, I think what we make can become intelligent, but it's not going to do it off of our data. Because right now, artificial intelligence is being trained on our data, right? You're just taking learning software, and by it looking at the internet, watching our posts and doing all of this nonsense, reading our dictionaries, it's making decisions and learning how to make decisions based on the information we give it and the responses we have to it. So we're not making artificial intelligence. We're making something as mentally ill as us, right? Our learning software will never become AI unless it goes beyond us. It needs to go beyond our data. It needs to find the aliens and who did the crop circles and whatever else. And then something we make in learning software can have data that's based in an intelligent or a sentient species to go beyond. And when I say we're not intelligent, I just mean, I think sentience, perhaps, sentience could be a side effect of intelligence, or intelligence is at a side effect of being sentient. Either way, I think that if you aren't a sentient species, you're not intelligent. If you're not all sensing sentient, if you don't sense everybody like you sense yourself, then you're not intelligent. Nah, man, I can't answer the phone. That's my son calling. Oh, wait, it might be an emergency. Then I'm gonna get out of here. Hang on. You know I live stream. Man, I'm live streaming. What you want? U.S. slavery? What are you looking at? I don't know what you look. I'm live streaming with a couple hundred people. What you looking at? Oh, my son is outside. You outside? Oh, he's looking at the farm. He's looking at the garden I'm doing back there. He's like, what the hell are you doing, Dad? He just called me. He's like, Dad, what the hell are you doing? You took the whole field and you're making a farm out the whole field. Yeah, I am, son. And you can come up here and help me too. You out? Hang on, I'm about to wrap up this live. Are you leaving? You in slavery or you staying? Yeah, I want to come out and meet everybody. See, he out here now. He feeling guilty too. Ooh, I'm going to get him in trouble. He got his girlfriend out there. I'm going to tell her everything. Like, yep, I did it all myself. He ain't helped nothing. He ain't do nothing. He got his girlfriend. They got having fun down there. Don't want to come up and help old dad. Yeah. Oh man, it's one. No, he's looking at the aquaponic system. Yeah, it's an aquaponic system. It's going to become a second one. It's some fish food out there. If the baby want to feed the fish, go on. But let me wrap this up. I was talking about, I'll be out there and give me 5 minutes. All right, bye. Yeah, he feeling guilty now. Now I'm going to get him in trouble. I'm going to go tell his wife on him. It's his girlfriend, but I'm gonna tell his wife on him. I'm telling her, yep, I did this all myself. He ain't do a damn thing. That's right. He need to be up here helping with my other sons. That's right. That's why we have kids, because we want slaves. No, he was. I told you I'm gonna show you the farm later. I'm not gonna show you right now. All right, let's start to wrap this up. Yeah, so he saw the koi pond. I'm doing a bunch of koi pond. It's going to be a mix of a food forest, aquaponics, permaculture, all of that. I'll show that to you a little bit later. Let me hit the last mute so I can get out there. I don't want them people waiting on me. He stopped by. He was at slavery. He decided to come on by. Let me see. Bring him up. Bring who up, Christine? Did the voices just actually call him? What are you talking about, Beaufont? Beaufont is hearing voices. Man, you smoking too much crack now. You need to slow that down now. Let me see. People who make jokes are immature. Just saying. I'm not trying to mature, Bo. You know that. I am not trying to mature. I am going the way that I'm supposed to go, which is I try to find out what's true. I try to give everybody a voice, and then I make jokes and we laugh at everybody, including myself. I think that's the only way that we make it. All right. I agree with Dave Chappelle. I think he was right. You make fun of people you love, and the more people we make fun of, the more people that's in our family. And that's how we need to be. None of us should really take ourselves too seriously, but we need to take our environment seriously. My son, no, he's not coming up. Christine's outside. I'm gonna go out here and hang out with him and show him the farm. Let me see. Yes, it doesn't appeal to me. I show him the farm and the creepy goats that stare at me and have gas while they look at me. My son did my profile pic. You like it? I have not seen it. You know what, Kentucky Fried Mama? I have no idea who you are on Facebook. When you gonna be ready for a sharecropper? Oh, I'm ready now, Kentucky Fried Mama. I'm ready now. I'm looking for people to join the CSA. I'm looking for people got land who want to grow. I'm looking for people who want to learn, right? I'm trying to study myself, and we're going to do a farming channel the same way. I call it farming, mostly growing food, aquaponics and permaculture, and bringing back, revitalizing the soil. What he's looking at is the field. What we're doing is taking a field and turning it into a massive garden and bringing back soil life to grow very healthy crops. So that'll be a new channel. And we won't talk anything about the government because we can't be shadow banned on that. All right. I'm going to have to get going. Yeah, it doesn't appeal to me. I love and appreciate all of you. So do I, Lily. I love and appreciate everybody here. I think we are going in the right direction in the world. I think we are. We need to just keep focusing on freedom and just keep going. Give us free and just keep heading in that direction, trying to discover freedom and get free ourselves and help other people gain a little more freedom. But yeah, it's a big garden. I told everybody about that. I got people to feed. There's kids in my neighborhood, people losing jobs. I got to feed them. And unfortunately, they're trusting their government, and I don't. But it's my obligation to make sure that their kids got food. So we're growing tons of beans and peppers and tomatoes and lettuce and all the things that people need to eat. You know, even if the apocalypse doesn't come, you got to have food for your neighbors. You know, some little 7-year-old knocks on my door because they're hungry and the parents are a little prideful, in which we are all raised to be, and they don't want to knock on the door because they don't have any food. I need to make sure I got some food for them. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. Anyway, I got to get going. It's Gerard. It's Pat Riley taking us on the exit. You should sell plans for aqua planting. That's what I'm doing, Carl. I am. Everything I do is open source. I don't just run my mouth. Everything I do is going to be open source. I will give everybody every bit of information I have. The automated grow system. I'm going to post the code. It's totally open source. That's what my Patreon is for. Making an automated garden bot. That's going to be open source. The aquaponics system will be open source. I'm going to show people how I take this land and actually start making a business out of using the land to create a CSA to grow food for other people. I think people are going to be out of jobs in the very near future. Growing food is a great way to do it, but growing healthy food, not agribusiness, not using pesticides and fertilizers, but actually using the scientific methods given by Elaine Ingham. Anyway, I got to go. This is Gerard. Y'all have a wonderful day. I am out of here. Love y'all now. Bye and bye. Free the people. Free the people. Do you want to free?